Hello, team. Today we'll be discussing the term called digital citizenship, what it means to us as educators, and also what it means to our learners. As educators, we are responsible for teaching and preparing our learners on how to think, write, and behave online in a respectful and responsible manner. How do we accomplish this? Some effective ways that we can empower ourselves and our learners would be to familiarize ourselves with the ISTE standards for educators, as well as looking at it from a learner's perspective. For example, if we look at the ISTE standards under citizen, it defines the term as educators inspire their students to positively contribute to and responsibly participate in the digital world. It also gives 4 strategies that we can use in presenting this information to our students. Create experiences for learners by making positive, socially responsible contributions, and also exhibit empathetic behavior online that builds relationships and community. The second thing, we should establish a learning culture that promotes a critical examination of online resources and factors of digital literacy. The third thing is mentoring our students in a safe, legal, and ethical practice as they access and utilize the digital tools and resources. And the fourth thing would be we should always model and promote management of students' personal data, their digital identity, and their privacy, as well as our own. Under learners, it defines it as educators should continually improve their practice by learning from and with others and exploring proven and promising practices that leverage technology to improve student learning. Under these strategies, we should set professional learning goals for our learners to explore and apply pedagogical approaches made possible by technology and reflect on the effectiveness of these approaches. Second, we should pursue professional interests by creating and actively participating in local and global learning networks. And lastly, we should stay current with the research that supports improved student learning outcomes so that we can continuously educate students on the most up-to-date information there is. We should include findings from learning sciences as well. Where do we begin with today's learners? One of the things we should start out by teaching them is that they cannot trust everything that they see online. They should always secure things like their passwords in the classroom setting and outside of the classroom setting. Most importantly, think before they post comments, their locations, their pictures and videos, reminding them that posts are forever, despite if they delete them off their personal accounts or not. They should use effective communication, starting by being very professional, teaching them that they should not post responses with short terms such as LOL, IDK, different acronyms, or use any type of profanity. They should be respectful and mindful of themselves and others, basically asking themselves questions like, would I want someone to post this comment or this picture or video of me? And how would I feel if they did? This should give them a good answer as to if they should do it or not. Another thing is teaching them to act safely and respectfully and have an understanding that that just doesn't mean in the classroom setting, that they should use the same behavior with their personal social media accounts and every time they access any type of digital resource. Before we allow students to use technology resources, we should give them a basic self-test or quiz to make sure that they have a good understanding of how to be a responsible citizen. We should give students examples of what are ethical practices versus unethical practices and uses of informed information, and digital resources.